Hey beauties, welcome back to Beauty Mark TV. Today I'm going to show you how to fill in your brows, and it's also going to be accompanied by a few other videos where we're just going to go back to basics. Sometimes when you do makeup or you're comfortable doing things, you forget that there are little things that people just don't grasp yet. So I don't want to take for granted that you know how to do it, and I know there's lots of videos on how to fill in your brows and how to put on mascara and how to apply blush. But I also want to give you guys what you're looking for in my own individual channel, so you don't have to go all over the internet looking for things of that nature. So I'm barefaced, okay? I have on gloss, right? I want to show you my brows because, like most women, my eyebrows aren't, well, like a lot of women, they're not as thick as I want them to be. I have a natural arch. I do get my eyebrows arched, but not very often. I usually keep them up myself after I get them arched professionally, and it lasts for a couple months. And I usually just take one of the little razors from the beauty supply store and just clean up the hairs as I go along. So my eyebrows are thin and they're not full, they're not pretty, so they don't make good for pictures and stuff like that. So what I did on this side was fill in my eyebrows so you can see the difference, because I mean, you see them in the videos, but it's one thing to see where they come from. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create this eyebrow, and I'll show you the products that I'm using. There are a lot of different ways that you can fill in your eyebrows, so by no means is this video to say this is how Beauty Mark does it, so this is how you should do it. It's just a recommendation, especially if you see something and you like it, so that way for future reference you can do it. To create this look, you will need a spoolie, which is basically a mascara wand. This is it's by MAC. It doesn't matter what brand. And MAC brushes kill me because you spend all that money and the numbers disappear off of them. They end up fading. But it looks like this is a 284. You will need a flat brush. This came with a brush set by MAC. It's the 212 brush. Okay. You will need a pencil of your choice. And these are just pencils from the beauty supply store. No particular brand, just pencils. And I'm going to use a powder. This is Embark by MAC, which is just a brown powder, but any powder will work for you. You want to do some concealer. The concealer should usually be about a shade to 2 shades lighter, but I'm doing mine about 3 or 4 shades just so you can really see it well on camera. But this is what it ended up looking like, even though it's much lighter than my complexion. So any concealer that you have will work. And let's get started. The first thing you want to do is take your spoolie and brush those hairs in place. I'm going to use a smaller pencil just so I have more control with this camera view, which is kind of hard. I'm going to outline my eyebrow. I'm just going to basically go where my eyebrow starts at the bottom, and I'm going to outline it in small strokes to the tip. Okay? So watch. Okay? So here's where we're at right now. You don't want to press hard. The worst thing in the world is to look like you have eyebrows that have been stamped on your eyes, your forehead. You don't want to look like that. That's not natural. If you're doing it, stop it. Do your eyebrows with soft strokes. Now, sometimes I'm going for a real dramatic look. Even this is a little bit harsher than what I would normally wear my brows, but again, for the tutorial's sake, I'm going to wear it like this. But just do small strokes and don't draw. You want to do strokes. Practice on a piece of paper. Please do not fall victim to I drew my eyes and I stayed in the line eyebrows. Okay? Thank you, because they're talking about you. All right. So now I'm going to outline the top part again where the eyebrow starts. Okay. Okay, so here's where we're at right now. And basically you can see where the hairs haven't been filled in. All right. Now we're going to take that flat brush, the flat tip brush, and I'm going to go in with my embark. And I'm going to fill in those hairs. Okay, you can see where I intentionally didn't put any color there. That's because when you're filling in your eyebrows, naturally that part of your eyebrows is a little lighter, so you'll see people where they really have like that airbrush effect. I'm not going to do mine as dramatic as that, but I am going to leave that spot intentionally left alone. And I'll show you how to fix that. So once you get them pretty much filled in where you don't see any gaps, you want to go back in with your spoolie. And now this is the part that I love because it's so easy and it makes the hairs look more natural, because when you're brushing the powder in there, sometimes it can really look like you're losing your hairs, like it's just, you know, not there. It's just drawn on. So you take the spoolie from where your line is and you want to get rid of that line, and you just work it up into the hairs. Be careful though, because you don't want to mess up your outline like I almost did. And basically you're just taking a brush and just grooming the hairs back into place. Now that little area where I told you to leave alone, I'm going to take what's left of the spoolie, and I'm just going to brush those hairs in place. Now this eyebrow is a little thinner than this one is in the corners, and that'll happen just like one foot is bigger than the other foot. I'm just going to take my pencil, extend that area, and then I'm going to do a few soft strokes. You see that? Nothing harsh. I'm going to take what's left in the brush and just fill it in. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of alcohol, and I'm cleaning my brush off on a paper towel. I'm going to take the concealer and put a very small dab, like a dab, on the back of my hand. Take your fingers, flatten that brush out, make sure you have no moisture in the brush. And now I'm going to drag it through the concealer. Okay? You want to get it pretty even and then dap off a little bit. Now I'm going to follow the natural line that I created underneath here. Bring it down. I'll use a little bit more so you can really see. This is also good as an eraser, because let's say that my line is too thick, which it's not, but let's just say we want to make this just a little bit thinner. I'm going to go back into the concealer with my brush. And I'm just going to take it into the hair where it's too much. And literally just erase it. You're going to do the same thing for the top part of the eyebrow. Now, you can take your fingers, make sure that your hands are clean, make sure you use some hand sanitizer, and dry them off. And you can use your fingers and work it into your forehead and under the eye, right above the crease area. And one other part, I also take the concealer right where I didn't place the product at and clean that up as well by bringing it out. Beauties, so there it is. That's how I fill in my eyebrows. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.